Ghost Beast!
Ghost Beast.
Our podcast. I'm Todd, joined by my wife, Becca. Hi, Becca.
Hi.
We watched May from 2002. This is directed by Lucky McKee. The only thing I really recognize, he did a piece of Tales of Halloween. He did one of the stories in that one.
Oh, okay.
He did a bunch of other horror movies that I just hadn't really heard of. But this is a movie that I guess we discovered had a very important part on your development, maybe. Because this is something...
A weird way to say, like, bisexual awakening, but...
Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to be the one to say it.
Get really scientific with it.
You have to... You got to say that for yourself. But this is a movie you saw when you were pretty young. You said like 13 or something?
Yeah, I was 12 or 13 when I saw it.
Okay. I had never heard of this before. But I know you had mentioned that. And I think I saw it online. People were talking about it a bunch. And I'm wondering now if it's because I feel like this could have influenced Pearl to some extent.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like I was really... We also just watched Pearl. And it was funny seeing this right afterwards because I could see some clear similarities. Mm-hmm. Like in a good way, because this is a really weird movie. It's like much weirder than I think I realized.
Yeah, it's definitely weirder than I remember, but also it's okay because I still like it.
Yeah, but it's funny that like halfway through, what is that actor's name?
Oh, Anna Faris.
Like halfway through, you were kind of like, did Anna Faris make me bisexual?
Yeah, and what's funny is I remember watching that as a kid, and I didn't know who Anna Faris was. I hadn't seen her in anything before. She was just this hot lady, I guess, in this movie. Yeah,
but I guess if you haven't seen this movie, this doesn't make any sense. No. But the story is basically you have the main actress. She seems to have had like a really troubled upbringing and was like very lonely and antisocial. But she works as like a veterinary assistant.
Yes, at the animal hospital.
Yeah, and she develops some kind of stalkerish behavior toward this guy that she gets infatuated with.
Yeah. And
the movie kind of follows with that without like giving away any spoilers.
Yeah.
But it goes to like some pretty dark places and some pretty weird, because I saw when I was looking it up that it was tagged as like a horror comedy, and I remember you saying that the movie, you remember it being like really dark.
Yeah,
which I think you were right. But maybe as a like 12 or 13-year-old, it was probably even more intense.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah, I can remember like it felt like I was kind of going back and forth from like when I first watched it, and I was like, this definitely freaked me out a lot more, but it's like really like silly. Like, and I guess I mean, of course there were parts that were funny, like, but I guess I just didn't pick up on the whole comedy side of it because I was 13 and I was like, whoa. Yeah,
exactly. Because I know I've had movies that I remember scaring the shit out of me that when I saw them as an adult, it was like, okay, like I definitely, this is something my tiny little brain just couldn't handle back then.
Yeah, like for me, I think that one is The Ring.
Oh yeah,
that scared the crap out of me as a kid. That
scared the shit out of me too. But I haven't seen it since then. So in my memory, it's like, no, The Ring is scary as shit.
Yeah,
maybe it doesn't hold up. I know for me, it's the It miniseries.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen the original with Tim Curry?
No, I've seen the original. Are you talking? I thought you were talking about a TV show or something.
It is. That was a TV show.
I don't know.
That's the funny thing. It was a miniseries that was aired on TV, and that's one of the things that I forgot. Because if you watch it now, there's like no actual violence. It's like very tame.
Oh yeah.
But as a kid, I remember it being like the most fucked up thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Scared the shit out of me. And it's funny how much that just didn't hold up for me.
Yeah, I remember specifically, I was thinking about this the other day, so it's funny you bring it up. Yeah. But I was at a friend's house. We were like on MySpace, like editing our profiles or something, and her mom had it on. And I remember like zoning out and watching it, and I know for sure that that's why I was scared of clowns for so long, because it scared me so much.
You think that's what started it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean that was the one thing is Tim Curry, his performance is still incredible.
Yeah.
We're in a whole other tangent right now.
Yeah, we are. Wow, we've really drifted off.
Yeah, but anyway.
Sorry.
I don't know how much more we can say about the movie other than, yeah, I think you knew there was something about this because you picked this as this is our last Pride Month movie because.
I think I saw more.
No, this is it. No, absolutely not. At the end of Pride Month, it's done.
No.
You can't watch queer movies any other time during the year.
Works.
Nope. This is the last one. And yeah, it does seem like there is some fluidity to the like sexuality of the main character in this and some very intense Anna Faris scenes.
Yeah, she's very male gaze like
Yeah.
But like it was like I don't know how to put this. It was almost like she was a caricature of a male, that character as a male.
Like very sexualized, yeah. You kind of, that you realize this might have done something to kick things off for you.
I don't think it, I think there was, I'm not getting into, that's nobody's business. But,
not trying to put your business out there.
Yeah, this is in the journey for sure.
Yeah.
It was funny because people are talking about The Mummy too, and I'm like, yeah, I remember seeing The Mummy.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna get into this. Cut all of that.
No, that makes it extra interesting for me to get to know you better. So it was fun. It is if I had to talk honestly about the movie, I think that it is super weird and dark in a way that feels really unique. It has this very unique voice to it. Some of the parts get really awkward, and I don't know if they're trying to really go for laughs, but it just gets so strange.
It does. It definitely nails the late 90s feel too, which I really like about it. Because I mean, obviously this was probably in production during the late 90s or not very early 2000s. So
probably. Of
course, but it's really cool to have that vibe in there too.
Yeah, it's a very weird, almost experimental kind of tone.
Yeah.
That's just very strange and unexpected. But I had a lot of fun with it. I really liked it. It surprised me. And like I said, I can see the similarities between this and Pearl, almost like a kind of prototype of that story, which is really cool if you're into Pearl, which we're going to talk about in a bit. But unless you have anything else, I mean, you still obviously liked it.
Yeah, I think I liked it in a different way this time. I think just I don't know. I did, though.
Yeah.
I'm losing my train of thought.
That's okay. Well, let's just get into the spoilers then. So right away, I mean, the story, it's interesting that she's this little girl who has a severely lazy eye, and you can see how that kind of ostracizes her from the other kids. So she becomes very lonely and withdrawn. It's very sad.
Yeah.
And you can see the kind of adult that she would grow into, especially after losing her mom. And it's so funny since we've been having these issues with our cat recently. One of the things that I was thinking is it's so unrealistic that she's a veterinarian who's also a killer, because we realize if you're gonna be a veterinarian, you have to be the kindest person on earth, and
they usually always are.
To dedicate your life to taking care of animals. So it's this is such a weird villainization. It's very unrealistic.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, because seriously, every vet we've encountered has just been so kind to our boy, and it's nice. You see these people, they have big hearts. Yeah,
I don't think any of them are secretly serial killers. But yeah, so she becomes fascinated with this guy and starts stalking him, and getting closer to him. But the whole twist for her is she has this like sexual fascination with blood and gore and all this stuff. And yes, she gets kind of scary at a certain point.
Yeah, that film he shows to her is so hokey.
Oh yeah.
But it's still, I feel like it's hokey, but at the same time, like in how she responds to it is like also equally as creepy.
She has like a sexual awakening from watching people eat each other. So yeah, all that stuff was pretty scary.
The special effects were really cool though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had that cool like old school style. Yeah. So how does all this compare to what you remember from being a kid watching this?
I feel like I definitely saw it through a different lens this time. It definitely seemed a little bit more silly and like...
Oh, yeah.
Like I saw a lot of more of that. And I really feel like when I was like 13 or whatever, I really saw it as like scary and creepy.
Yeah, it gets very campy.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to describe it because it does like swing the tone a lot between being really dark and scary and violent and being like super campy and silly. It's like almost weird. Like Anna Faris in particular, it's like what you do not fit in this movie. It's
but
like,
it's so funny though.
I know, but it's like this is the same character from Scary Movie in this like more serious dark movie. It's so weird. But it's really unique, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the tone switch for me is what I like about it so much.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Did she kill the guy in the end? I can't remember.
Which guy? The guy she was
obsessed with. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she takes his hands. She's looking at his hands. Gotta have those hands.
That was the other thing I thought the ending was like really cool. The idea that she builds this like Frankenstein perfect man, this like creepy stitched together thing. It's like they introduce the idea that she's this expert like seamstress just to set up this final scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like the final shots are this thing coming to life and like stroking her face.
Oh yeah, it's
like
so 90s, so cool.
Yeah, and I like that you could imagine it's like, oh, this is something in her mind, or it's just like, no, this happened.
Yeah.
Like just suddenly introducing this weird supernatural element. Like either way really works.
Yeah, it does.
I thought that was a cool ending.
Yeah, I thought so too. It definitely like specifically the ending where it's reaching really reminds me of like a 90s music video in a way, like the way it's styled. It's so cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I don't know what I was expecting because I went into this completely blind. But it was funny that it's from 2002, and immediately in the beginning, you were like, "Oh no, it looks so old." Like you don't remember it looking that old.
Oh no, it looked like a new movie when I saw it, and that as soon as it was up on the screen, I was like, "Oh wow,
yeah,
it looks old."
And I don't know what I expected because I'm really not a fan of a lot of 2000s horror, or at least I'm appreciating it more now, so I should get used to that. But yeah, it surprised me. It was cool. Did you saw this on TV?
No, I went to a friend's house and they had the DVD and we watched it.
Okay, that makes more sense. It is always funny to me, like the chain of custody of like how you discover horror when you're younger.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't as easy as just, going to a menu in Netflix and finding something. It's like you saw it on TV or you rented it because of the cover art.
Yeah.
Or your friend had it for whatever fucking reason. Yeah. It was always like weird. So I think it's fun to compare like the movies you grew up on because of that.
And the thing is I specifically remember the cover art for this movie because I thought it was so cool. We like pulled the DVD out and I was like, whoa, we gotta watch this. It looks so cool.
Look at this weird chick on the cover. But yeah, it was cool. I'm glad I saw it.
Yeah, me too.
Was there anything else you had?
I don't think so. I mean, I guess it's worth mentioning. I probably should have put this pre-spoilers, but like there's depiction of animal harm.
Yeah, that was. There's always some weird random stuff like that.
Yeah.
That pops up from this era. That's like, oh yeah, we were still doing this.
Yeah.
Because that was pretty bad.
I don't know. I feel like That could be an off-screen thing. I don't want to see it.
Yeah. And it came back a lot.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that wasn't so great. But yeah.
I'm hungry.
Okay. You can go to ghostbeast.com for all our links, or you can search for Ghost Beast Pod. You can also follow us on Letterboxd. We're Ghost Beast on there, where we have a list ranking all the movies we cover. So would you put this above Last Voyage of the Demeter?
I don't know if it's fair, because I might because of nostalgia's sake.
No, I'd agree.
If I'm being honest.
This one is doing a lot more, I think.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
How about Jennifer's Body?
I don't
Which
know.
one contributed more to your sexuality?
Probably this movie, honestly. That immediately makes it rank higher.
Yes. What about Destroy All Neighbors?
I might put it above.
Okay. Yeah, I think you like Destroy All Neighbors a little more than me. So if
Yeah.
you're going to put it above, then
Okay.
yes. Then Saw X.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So I'll be honest. I'll put it above Totally Killer, above Lisa Frankenstein, above Saltburn, maybe under Grave Encounters.
See, yeah.
Why? What were you going to say?
I was gonna say like Saltburn, also was really good and also super weird.
So you want to put it right under that?
I think so. I don't know, but Lisa Frankenstein I think is better than
Really?
if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a tough one.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it was really tough. It went up and down.
Yeah, now that's number 18 after Lisa Frankenstein and right before Totally Killer. You can also email us at podcast@ghostbeast.com. And that's it. Bye.